Hey everybody, welcome to Getting Your Crap Together with Christy. I'm really excited to introduce you guys into the concept of negative thoughts and neutral thoughts and this whole idea of just positive thinking. What we're going to be talking about today is actually based off of the podcast of Ed Mylett, and the name of the podcast is How to Destroy Negative Thoughts. And this is an interview that he did with Trevor Moawad. In the podcast, they start by talking about the effectiveness of negative thinking, right? Like there's this whole philosophy of, just think positive thoughts and, positive things will happen. Well, there's also this idea that, sometimes that just feels like we're lying to ourselves. In fact, sometimes when we just are saying things that are positive thoughts, we don't believe it. What the research actually shows is that your negative thoughts are way more powerful than your positive thoughts. And that's actually scary to me. In fact, it shows that your negative thoughts are 40 to 50 times more powerful than your positive thoughts. I want to share with you guys just a couple of the takeaways that really I'm going to start implementing immediately, right? If my negative thoughts are 40 to 50 times more powerful than my positive thoughts, well, the first thing I need to do is, stop thinking negative thoughts, right? Like that's the number one thing. That's just kind of like baseline. Identify when I'm thinking something negative and then just stop it. Having negative thoughts, we already know how powerful that is. But then saying them out loud, so having a negative thought and then saying it out loud actually makes it 40 to 70 times more powerful and more likely to occur. Now I'm thinking, okay, 1, don't think negative thoughts. 2, definitely don't say it out loud because of the efficacy of just saying it out loud. One of the most amazing stories that they shared in the podcast was the story of the 1480 SAT score. So a perfect score is 1600. So this young man who is not doing very well in high school, definitely he would say to himself, not 1400 score material. He goes in and takes his SATs because his mom asks him to. So he goes and he does it. Well, it turns out that he scores a 1480. Nobody believed that he scored the 1480 score. In fact, his mom accused him of cheating. Now, he gets this score and he thinks, gosh, you know what? If I'm a 1480, I should start acting like a 1480. So what does he do? Well, a 1480 score goes to class. So he starts going to class. He changes some of his friends who, are not helping him be this 1480 person. He starts studying, he starts passing his classes. Well, as he's showing up as this new person that, scored this score, well, his teachers notice him differently. They're talking to him differently. And basically goes on to, go to college, then to Ivy League, becomes this amazing, successful person. And 12 years later, he gets a letter in the mail that actually says, hey, by the way, we wanted to let you know you're one of 12 people that we gave the wrong score to. His actual score, 740. Now, what he will say is the 1480 score didn't change his life. What changed his life was acting like a 1480 and those behaviors and doing what a 1480 does. And that story right there just made me think about things completely different in terms of negative thoughts, positive thoughts, and neutral thoughts. My favorite quote from the entire podcast, and I absolutely put this on my Instagram story because it was so powerful, and it's one that I've been thinking a lot about, actually came from Trevor Moawad again. He says, your willpower will eventually succumb to who you believe you are. So again, coming back to that, what's the story that you're telling yourself? What is the negative story? I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, my family's not wealthy enough, who am I to do this, that, the other, whatever it is, right? Like we all have those thoughts. Well, if you're trying to outrun those thoughts, your willpower can only go so long. You've got to start from within. And the first thing to do is to eliminate that negative self-talk. If you found this video helpful, make sure that you like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And of course, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.